New rules and changes are coming to Costco in 2026, including new limitations on the food court, new benefits to credit card owners, and new technology that will make big changes to Costco, along with products being made in different places. We'll tell you what the changes are and more here in a quick second. First though, hey, if you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, we'll put a link to the story I'm about to cover in the show notes and in the first pinned comment so you can read it for yourself, come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you as I give you mine. As always, I've been a reporter for over 11 years. I own my own news organization with employees across the country, and sometimes there's stories that jump out to me as interesting I want to talk about. And that's what my second channel here is all about. If you like learning something new about the world around you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. I try to break down what's happening in the world around us every so often when I find something interesting. All right, let's dive into it. Costco is making some big changes. There's about 6 main ones here. I'm bringing this from the Sun, but there's a few things not on this list I'm going to cover here too. But 5 big changes coming. Of course, a lot of new warehouses. 35 new stores will open in 2026. This comes as Costco is continuing to slowly expand their footprint into new areas and address very congested stores by putting new ones nearby to help alleviate congestion. But there's a lot of other things happening. New technology. Costco will be rolling out new self-checkout lanes to try to speed up checkouts, especially for people who only are coming to get a few things. Anybody ever run in for diapers at Costco and end up waiting forever in the self-checkout when all you want is diapers or something? I'm a dad, I've been there. But they're also looking to expand how many things can be taken through there and using new technology to speed up checkouts at its lanes to kind of address one of the big complaints Costco has had of very long lines, causing sometimes, if you're like me, hey, do I really want to run into Costco if all I need is diapers and have to wait an hour or two? It feels like, okay, it's really not that long, but sometimes sure feels that way. And they're hoping to address that with a new system. And they're also going to allow Costco employees to scan items in customers' cards before presenting their memberships at cash registers. That way, how many times have you been behind somebody, they wait until they get up there and they're starting to dig through their wallet or purse, or maybe they're trying to log in on their phone to get the card. Now Costco employees can start scanning. You can't check out without it, but at least they could start the process of scanning your products before scanning your membership card. So you still need the card, but it hopefully won't hold up lines as somebody who had the entire time in the line didn't bother to pull up their card with it. Costco will also be leaning more into digital, helping their apps become easier to use with allowing you to use your thumbprint or Face ID on more devices to create digital passes, no more needing passwords with it. Also, improving the app and the website to push more items and sales online. Look for changes to come to Costco.com and the Costco app this year as they try to really push online sales with it. Now, one of the biggest changes coming to Costco in 2026 will be changing where your products come from. Kirkland Signature products are going to be resourced. Costco is hoping to not get as many of those made internationally and use locally made locations to do the Costco branded products. Now, they didn't say exactly what products would be switched to local from either international or maybe on the other side of town. But you can definitely see that for a lot more of grocery items, food related items, and more milk and other products may be sourced locally rather than shipped across country. Costco says this will be part of its effort to eliminate its carbon footprint. But also with this, Costco hopes to use U.S. companies, maybe to make some more of their clothing and other brands, rather than ship that in from China or India or some other location on the other side of the world. We'll see. Again, no details. Costco is often very cautious about who makes their products, but you often get hints, especially in diapers, when you notice, hey, there's one brand here that's a name brand, and then the Costco, and those are the two. Usually the Costco brand, the Kirkland one, is whatever that name brand is next to it. It's made by the same company. Not always, but it's a good way to get a good hint of who makes those products. You're also going to see some big improvements here in the food court. One of the changes, though, we've already heard about pricing changes, switching what type of pop they offer or soda, depending on where you live. I'm from the Midwest. But they're going to start requiring memberships to eat at the food court. No longer will you just be able to walk in, even if you're not a member, and use the food court. You'll need to present your card in order to get those Costco pizzas at a great price, or hot dogs and other items out there. Now, not a big change here. Technically, I think they were requiring that, but they've always kind of let it slip under the radar, not really force it, as people come in acting like they're going to talk to the customer service desk and then just keep going to the food court. Now they're going to crack down on that by requiring IDs. A few other changes is including if you're a Costco credit card customer, you're going to get up to 5% back on Costco gas now if you use your Costco credit card to pay for it. Also, look for more checks, digital checks at check-in. Now, recently, they've been rolling it out to more and more stores where instead of just showing your card as you walk in, you actually have to scan your ID. And what happens there is it pops up a picture of you, and it's meant to help crack down on people who share Costco membership cards. If you had a family member and you two pass the Costco card back and forth, they're hoping to crack down on that and make people get their own Costco memberships. We'll watch this closely, but look for that to continue to roll out to the remaining stores that still don't have it, though it's pretty widespread at this point, so not a big change there. A lot of this comes down to a few things. Costco is hoping to improve the customer experience, improve one of its main complaints, which is the checkout lines, by offering more self-checkout to especially help people who are only picking up a few items, reduce the friction at the checkout lines for that person who forgot to get their membership card out, can't remember what their password is to the app, and more to help speed that up. But also to drive more digital sales by pushing a revamped app and website experience to eliminate everything from login friction to checkout friction to try to make you use it more, and also cracking down on people who are not Costco members who try to use Costco benefits by expanding its scan to enter system where you have to actually scan your card to get in, or making you show your card to eat at the food court to help you cut back on people who are getting around the system with that. What do you think of these changes? Doesn't surprise me. Costco is wildly successful, and with that they have some growing pains. And one of the big things is long lines. They seem to be trying to address those to keep current customers. There's a growing amount of competition. Not only is there Sam's Club, but BJ Wholesalers has been expanding to more areas, and Costco's just feeling the pinch of competitive factors. There was a recent report that said increasingly a lot of people have been leaning from Costco to Walmart, as Walmart's been eating slightly into Costco recently. No membership fee, but improved quality and pricing that they hope to attract people away from Costco. Have you been thinking about leaving Costco? Has Walmart been tempting you? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I want to hear from you what you think. But slowly, there's been big changes happening in the world of wholesale as everybody tries to compete. Costco is also trying to push people into more expensive membership tiers by giving them earlier access where you can get in an hour earlier than people in other cheaper tiers, helping you maybe not deal with quite as many crowds and get a first chance at some of the exclusive deals that may be in limited quantities in the stores. Hey, if you want to learn more about this story, don't forget you can find out more about it in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to the story there. If you like what we do here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. I'm a reporter. I've always been fascinated by news my entire life. There's things that just stand out to me. I'm also a business person, so business things like that interest me. Let me know what you think of these stories. I would love to hear from you. But big changes coming to Costco in 2026. Which ones do you like? Which ones don't you? Until next time, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.